Alright, I'm going to be trying out two different things here. So we've got Sour Cosmic Gummy Rings and Sweet Chaos. Delightfully different, delightfully disruptive drizzled popcorn peppermint crunch. Looked interesting. Thought I might as well try them out. Oops, suggesting something here. Obviously, it's a live stream, so probably just gonna people see it in the VOD. All right. I think I'll start with the popcorn because this might be more of an intense flavor combo compared to this. Yeah, so these say gluten-free, made with cane sugar and sea salts, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial colors or flavors, non-GMO, whole grain. I picked these up at Dollar Tree, so this was $1.25. Handmade, non-GMO, certified gluten-free, free of artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives. 210 calories. So this is an entire bag, which is 42 grams, which is 1.5 ounces. Yeah, 210 calories, 10 grams of total fat, 9 grams of saturated fat, 105 milligrams of sodium, 17 total sugars, 2 grams of protein. And then the ingredients, we've got confectioner's coating, which is sugar palm kernel oil, cocoa powder, whole milk powder, non-fat dry milk soy, I can never pronounce this one, lecithin, popcorn, cane sugar, coconut oil, peppermint grind, which in itself is cane sugar, rice syrup, coconut oil, beet juice concentrate. Oh, so it's nice natural color. That's cool. Peppermint oil, soy lecithin, sea salts, and natural flavor. Contains milk and soy, you know, if you're allergenic or intolerant to those. Manufactured by Kenny's Candy and Confections, a KLN family brands company in Perham, MN, whatever state that is. I never tried to remember all of them. Safety warning: small objects such as hard and soft candies may inadvertently become lodged in your throat. Thanks, Sweet Chaos. I'll keep that in mind. So this is what it looks like. Actually, let me post a link to this in the chat. Whoops. There we go. Copy. Paste. Oh, it's too big. Never mind. Not gonna bother. Cool. All right. Yeah. Interesting packaging. Interesting company name. That's what caught my eye. So it works. Good marketing. And that's apparently what it looks like. Then they've got a big description of it. Oh, it's disruptive. What did they say? Delightfully, yeah. Every now and then, from amid the madness, a rush of breaks through. Sounds like a D&D campaign. Sweet Chaos is like a well-deserved sign of pure relief, a delightful break in your day. As we like to say, delightfully disruptive. While our flavors may not always be sweet like candy, our delivery is always as awesome. Sweet is awesome. It's got weird formatting. So good luck interpreting that. We hand pop with a very excited pop our non-GMO kernels in coconut oil for a creamy richness. Then we add sweet peppermint flavors and 2 drizzles, all while skipping the nasty artificial stuff. We can't do much about the busy in your life. Okay. But we can bring a little sweet to the chaos. That's their... We do have a website, so we can look at the website before I pop this open. Interesting marketing. Is that how you spell it? CHAOS, yeah. There it is. That's the one that I have. He's very happy. Looks like social media posts or something. Popcorn. Already accepted. So they've got jalapeno. They've got movie theater. Kettle corn. Sea salt. White cheddar. Dill pickle. Drizzles. Oh my goodness. Cold Stone Creamery cake batter. Black and white chocolate. Peanut butter cup. S'mores. That one looks good. And then this must be a seasonal. No, it's just not going to work with this web browser. Pumpkin spice, candy corn flavored. Okay. Winter. There it is. So the peppermint crunch. And they also have black and white sugar cookie. Hot chocolate. Yeah. Pretty cool. Let's see what their about thing is. Better made, better taste. Six, 2016. All right. Anyways, that is their website. Pretty nice. Let's try it out. Again, I got this at Dollar Tree, $1.25. There's a tear thing in it. It's popcorn. Pull my plate. This would be better in a bowl. It's kind of a general representation of what you might get from the bag. It's got less stuff on it than I imagined have on there. It said they cook it in coconut oil, so it should be a little different. I could throw a few more nice ones on there. Yep. Pretty decent looking. Maybe it's just because the heavier sides on the bottom by default. Yeah. All right, let's try this out. This one's got a good amount. It's popcorn. It's popcorn. It's all right. The flavor kind of builds because there isn't a massive amount of stuff on each one. Yeah, the chocolate and the peppermint are pretty minimal. You can obviously taste them, but it's not like an explosive amount of flavor. Looks like there is some type of extra coating. So far, I haven't bit into anything that's super hard. That was good. Yep. Well, it's popcorn. And I did tear through the entire bag, so it's not like I got the super light uncovered ones. It's pleasant. It's just not a whole lot going on. I mean, you can see the stuff. So if you don't like super crazy, high calorie, it is 210 calories for the bag. I don't know, is that a lot? It doesn't seem like a terrible amount. This might be an interesting option for you, because you're getting some additional flavor and such, but it's not crazy. So that's colored in beet juice, which is nice. It's not artificial coloring. Whoops. Like I said, I do taste the peppermint. A little bit. I taste tiny bit of the chocolate, but it's more textural. It's like a smoother, colder thing on the popcorn. There is some saltiness as well. Yeah. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy this, but I mean, I would consider buying it again. It's fine. It's just not going to be memorable, if that makes sense. Yeah. So that was a look at this Sweet Chaos drizzled popcorn peppermint crunch. Maybe these ones will be more memorable. So this is also from Dollar Tree. Sour Cosmic Gummy Rings. Got Saturn as a gummy ring. Dude hanging out, eating his gummy ring. I like space themed stuff, so that's the main reason I picked this up. I also like gummy candies in general. I'm not thrilled because of obviously this has a bunch of food coloring and stuff, but I wanted to at least try it. So we've got 1.67 ounce, 50 grams, which is actually more weight than the popcorn. Blue raspberry, watermelon, green apple, artificially flavored. You've got the gummy inside of crunchy candy on the outside, similar to those rainbow, the Nerds gummies, I think. We'll see though. About 2 servings per container. It's 110 calories per serving. 50 milligrams of sodium, 22 grams of total sugars. So the entire box is going to be like 40 something grams of sugar, which is similar to a can of pop, a smaller can of pop. Made in China by the Hilco LLC, which is in Louisville, Kentucky. Ingredients: sugar, dextrose, glucose syrup, water, modified cornstarch, gelatin. So it has gelatin in here. I'm going to assume that's from an animal. So this is not going to be vegan. Gum arabic, citric acid, malic acid, artificial flavors, sodium citrate, glycerin, red 40 lake, yellow 5 lake, blue 1 lake, blue 2 lake. Allergens may contain soy and milk. Choking warning. Yeah, I think that's all of the information. Very cool. design. I like it. It's cute. It's cool. I like space stuff. Let's see if we can find their website, if they have a website. I don't see a website address on here. Let's paste it in here and see what happens. That's the same brand. Oh, here we go. This must be, yeah. So this is a different package size, obviously. I got this one at Dollar Tree for $1.25. This one looks a bit larger. Yep. High resolution photography. There's not really much information on here, but it's okay. Hilco Sweets. Yeah, that's good enough. Let's pop this open. So using a interesting method of packaging. It's almost like a product packaging. As in like electronic. Oh my goodness. Do I want to eat this? Yeah. So the color distribution is a little off. You can see some extra candy pieces bottom there. All right. Maybe I should. So obviously you can tear it downward, but I think I'm gonna. It's definitely got a smell to it. I don't know how I would even describe that. Very candy smell. Almost like a candle shop. Here's the blue one. So that's presumably blue raspberry. What else? They have watermelon, which is red, and green apple is the green one. So I don't have much watermelon. Try to squeeze it. Yeah, it does flex pretty easily. All right. Try to. That really didn't help, but there's a gummy inside. Almost has a slight bitterness to it. It is sweet. It is kind of blue raspberry-esque, but there's a taste at the end. I don't know if it's coming from the popcorn that I ate. Maybe. try the watermelon one. Usually I'm not a fan of watermelon candy flavor stuff, but we'll see. I guess there is some sourness, but it's kind of a not very strong, and the direction is kind of going more towards bitterness than the sourness for me. It didn't really taste even like the usual watermelon flavor candy stuff. This is unsweetened iced tea, so it's a decent palate cleanser. Okay, let's try the green apple one. They're not terrible, but the flavors are very generic. They don't have a strong, it just tastes like sugary candy with some sourness. Very slight hints of each type to it. The coatings on the outside break apart pretty easily, which is nice when you're chewing it. And then the gummy candy isn't hard by any means, but it kind of takes a while, obviously, to chew, so it's not, maybe it just mixes with the coating and then just takes longer to eat, which is fine, but it almost feels like bubble gum for a little bit in my mouth. Let's try another green one. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what to think about these ones. They're okay. Pretty sugary tasting. The flavors are muted. I don't really get a huge difference between the three. I really like the marketing and the package. It's really cool. I like space stuff, like I said, so that's just me. But I wouldn't go out of my way to get this for the candy. It's a fun idea. I just don't know about the actual product as a food. Obviously it has a ton of food coloring in it. Red 40 lake, yellow 5 lake, blue 1 lake, and blue 2 lake. It does kind of go in the direction of Nerds gummies, but it doesn't have as much flavor as those. There is some sourness. It does have citric acid and malic acid in here, which tend to be what the companies use for that type of thing, but it doesn't have the usual ingredient that a lot of the sour gummies have. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I can't think of the name of it offhand, but it does not have it in here. And like I said, it goes a little bit more towards the bitter side than the sour side for some reason. But it also could have been the popcorn I was eating, kind of mixing oddly with this. Yeah, I will eat these, but I'll probably not buy this again. Even though I do like the package. Very cool package and marketing. Yep, so that was the Sour Cosmic Gummy Rings by Hilco Sweets. Alright. Gonna sign out of my food account. You see this after the fact. Hopefully you enjoy it. I've been trying to do more streams on there just to try things out that I randomly find, you know, cheap snacks and stuff. And I do have a kind of a queue of things. So I need to try to stream it instead of just eat it. But we'll see. Gonna sign out. See ya. Peace. All right.